guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing really well. So as you can see by the title of this video, this is my July plan with me, and for this month I was inspired by a really cute sticker sheet that I got from Ikigai by Peer, which you will see later on in the video when I'm doing my working spreads. And they're basically just a mixture of hydrangeas and these really beautiful glass wind chimes, and I'm not too certain of what the proper name is for them, but I thought they were so pretty. So I did 2 watercolor paintings for this theme, and I usually do 2, so yeah, 2 art elements for each theme. I love how light and bright and airy they felt because the colors are very soft, so I really like how they turned out. I've only filmed one of them here, then you'll see the second one when I'm creating the spreads. First I did like a basic sketch of what I want in the paintings, and then I use my watercolor paints that I usually use. I do want to try some other watercolor brands, however right now these ones work absolutely perfectly and there's nothing wrong with them at all. However, yeah, it would just be nice to try out some different ones. I didn't really have a technique with this. I just had fun with it and tried to create the vision that I had in my head, which I feel like I pretty much achieved, which is great. And you'll see me kind of switching between brushes. I like to use one brush to apply a color, and then the other brush I'll use for blending. But this technique I use in every single one of my paintings, and the softer I want the paintings to be, the more I use this technique basically. So for like the finishing touches for this painting, I went in with my Arrtx acrylic paint pen in white just to add the highlights, and then on the little tag part I wrote out July with one of my Pentel brush pens, and then I also went in and darkened it up a little bit with one of my Arrtx fineliners. I also rounded off the edges, which I have been doing with everything lately. I'm pretty obsessed with it, but I think it finishes the painting off so nicely. I'm just going to let you guys finish off watching the painting process, and then we'll move on to the working spreads. on to my working spreads. I am using another notebook therapy notebook for the remaining 6 months of this year, and in case anybody was wondering where it was, I'll be uploading my mid-year bullet journal setup very, very soon. I will also be sure to link the journal below if anyone wants to check it out. So here is the sticker sheet that inspired this theme. I love the colours so much, and I'm definitely going to be getting another one. I wanted to save some of the stickers for my weekly spread, so I didn't end up using all of them in the setup part. If you guys watch back on the majority of my plan with me's, I usually add a monthly summary to the beginning of each month, but honestly the month of July really didn't require me to add one of those. I wanted to make a bigger calendar and change the layout where the calendar is next to my cover page instead. I think the really cool thing about making your own journals is that you get to decide what you put in there, and last month I didn't really use it that much, which is surprising for me because usually I love it so much. However, it's not to say I won't be adding it to plan with me's going forward, and this month I just don't think I need it as much, and last month I ended up doing way more planning in my weekly spreads, and I'm happy doing that at the moment. So in the last few clips you guys would have seen me doing my cover page. I've added my first painting, the one that you guys saw me paint at the beginning, and then I've put my calendar on the right hand side. I used some number stickers that I got from Paper Monogatari, which you would have seen in my most recent stationery haul. If you guys haven't watched that yet, I'll add it in the cards right here. I've ordered more of these because it makes any spreads with numbers very, very fast. I also changed the size of my calendar, and instead of doing 5 spaces vertically, like 5 dot grid spaces, I've changed it to 6, just so I have a little bit more room to write. I kept these spreads very simple because I knew I'd be adding stickers, and I just wanted to keep it really simple looking, not super busy, you know, no borders or anything like that. I remember the days when I used to write everything out. I never used to use any stickers or anything. I still like doing that sometimes, but I've really enjoyed using stickers over the last few months, and I'll be sure to link all of this stuff so you guys can shorten your planning time as well. Moving on to my goals and focus spread, this is definitely something that has to be added every single month, just so I can really be specific about what I want to achieve that month. I've altered the layout a little bit, so instead of having the main goal broken down into smaller goals, if you guys watch my other plan with me's, you'll get exactly what I mean here. So for this one in particular, I've added a large space for the main goal, then another large space for notes, and then 2 to-dos. I just found that I wanted to write more about the goal instead of having things to just tick off, although that really works as well. So again, it's just about what you need that month specifically, whether it's more space to write notes or more space to just tick stuff off, you know. I used some letter stickers for my titles, and then on the right hand side I have my content page, which is where I can plan out any YouTube videos or content for other social media stuff. I definitely struggled to post on Instagram and TikTok and all of that. However, I am mainly posting on YouTube, so I write a lot more YouTube stuff in my content planning than I do social media. Lastly, I am doing my quote page that I usually add to every plan with me, and then a reflection page. I'm going to talk about that in a sec. So I'm adding my second painting, which has this really simple but quite effective quote: outside noisy and inside peaceful. So I usually do a monthly review. This is still going to be a monthly review, however it's more of a space for me to write freely rather than being confined to writing in bullet points in categories. So I want to use this as more of a diary entry type of reflection so that I can write more. So I will let you guys know how that goes throughout the months, but I do think that doing it this way is just a bit better for me because I was struggling to write how I wanted to, since I was also restricted by space as well. So I think this will be an effective way for me to capture more of the month instead of having a bunch of boxes with prompts. So finally, I'm just adding a couple more stickers, and this is it for my July plan with me. Here is the final flip through. I really hope you guys enjoyed this and was able to gather some inspiration from it for your ones. My next video will be my bullet journal setup for the second half of 2024, so keep your eye out for that one coming very soon. I use some really cool stationery in there too. So thank you guys so much for watching this video again, and don't forget to comment and like the video as it really helps out the channel, and I shall see you all in my next one.